Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Players Prep, powered by Scorebird. You know where we are. We're at the Acme Feed and Seed Company right here on 1st and Broadway. Our guest today on Players Prep Rewind, Keith Bulluck, former standout for the Tennessee Titans, of course, the Syracuse Orangeman. We don't even go back that far. But I was on yesterday on Sirius with Jack Arroyo, and he asked me a question that I want to pose to you before we get into our high school discussion. We were talking about quarterbacks, particularly pocket versus rocket. A guy that's comfortable in the pocket, sticks around, learns the progressions, or a guy that knows he has an advantage to take off, and be a rocket of sorts. How do colleges basically recruit whichever one of those ones they want when you know that a lot of the statistics that come with high school athletes, Mo, you know particularly, if you don't have 600-700 yards rushing along with whatever you're doing in the pocket, you're not viewed as a credible quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that versatility. What do you think?
Well, I think at that level, the high school level, first and foremost, you're not gonna have too many pure pocket passers. They're gonna have to use their athletic ability. They're gonna have to scramble around. They're gonna have to be an athlete. And then that's what's recruited into college. And then I guess it's up to those college coaches, those college coordinators to kind of hone that talent in, hone those skills in, and make them more of a pocket passer or let them be the athlete that they are. And I think that a player ultimately decides what type of player they're going to be usually when they get to the NFL. The NFL kind of decides for them. Players can go in as mobile quarterbacks, but would like to learn to throw from the pocket. I feel Aaron Rodgers is one of those guys who's very mobile, can throw from the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
John Elway was one of those guys who was a runner. He used his legs, but we all know what he could do with his arms. So I think that the game kind of settles down, and you get into a offensive scheme either at the collegiate level or the pro level that, as a quarterback, you have to adapt and adjust to be successful.
Keith, to that point, are colleges, are they doing quarterbacks a disservice by not getting them ready for the NFL, or is it their responsibility to get guys ready for the NFL? I mean, you see a Marcus Mariota and the great career that he's had at Oregon, and then you see the run up to the draft and folks start tearing him down because he's not a pocket guy, because he can create outside the pocket, because he can't read, supposedly, different things like that. Are colleges doing these guys a disservice by not putting them in pro-style offenses, or is that even their responsibility to do that?
Well, I don't think it's their responsibility to do it. If I'm a head coach of a college football program, my job is to win games and national championships, and I'm putting the best athlete at quarterback. If he's a quarterback, so be it. Sometimes the best athlete isn't the best quarterback per se. Remember Hines Ward, he played all over the place at Georgia. He played a little quarterback, running back, wide receiver. They're trying to win football games. Marcus Mariota, we can take it back to Tim Tebow. He won at the collegiate level based upon what Florida was able to do and execute with him within that offense. We all know, sitting here, that when he got to the next level, that jump pass ain't going to work on the next level. So I feel that it's not necessarily the college coaches' job to get them ready for the program, the pro game. The college coach's job is to get them best prepared to go out there and win in the SEC, Big Ten, ACC, so be it.
So, Keith, if you were going to talk to these high school kids, the high school young men, these student athletes at the schools, what's the one thing that you remember most from high school that kind of helped you out going into your college career and then following into the pros?
I don't think anything from high school helped me out going to college, just because I went to college in '95. They didn't have all these, Under Armour camps, Nike camps, these different outlets where you can cultivate your talent. Like, they didn't have facilities where you can go train in February to get ready for spring ball, which we didn't have. You know what I'm saying? So all we had was captain's practices 3 weeks before the season, and then we go into the season. We'd be lucky if we got to play in a 7-on-7 tournament somewhere within. So I'd say with us, it was just go ball, really. So nothing really prepared. You didn't get to prepared until you got there around the upperclassmen and they showed you what to do, the ropes of the team that you're on.
Mr. Monday Night, obviously everyone knows that you're an athlete. Were you always a football player?
No, I played, my first sport was baseball. I played all three, baseball, basketball, football. Baseball became politics about 10th grade. My dad wasn't the coach, so you know how that goes. So I started playing AAU basketball. So more basketball than baseball. I just quit baseball. Was basketball and football.
there might be some kids out there that have the same kind of journey that Keith Bulluck had right there. You hear it from the horse's mouth. That's going to do it for another edition of Players Prep, powered by Scorebird. Remember, come down to the Acme Feed and Seed Company. Not only do they have a great menu, but they've also got an event venue down here that if you're looking for some place to post up, this is the spot. We'll see you right next time right here on Players Prep, powered by Scorebird.